Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to our You'll Never Walk Alone WhatsApp group and YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm very sorry, I haven't been around since March. For those of you who don't know, I work away in the mines, and I got a formal contract, so I've been away, so I haven't been obviously posting any football videos and stuff like that. There's just no time, and there's no signal out there either, so Jacob asked me, who created this group, to do an end of season review, and tonight was the first night I'm actually back in civilization, so I thought I'd do it before I went out. So the end of season review, look, it's been a very disappointing season for Liverpool. I don't think any of us were expecting the season that we got. Darren Núñez started slow but got better as the season went on. Midfield, we were found out really, really badly. We missed Luis Diaz really, really badly. Not having Jota for most of the season hurt us. Never having Keita, never having Oxlade-Chamberlain. Thiago constantly injured, out sick. Henderson looking his age. We just got very old very quickly, and the midfield cost us dear. Could be argued that Virgil van Dijk probably had his worst season in a Liverpool shirt. Matip and Konate weren't great next to him. I think Trent moving into midfield at the second half of the season was a masterstroke, and definitely that's the way forward. But him as a defensive right back, he was exposed quite a bit. So it was a horrible season, if I'm being honest. We went out of the cups pretty quickly. Not that I give a fuck about them, but we went out pretty fast. The Champions League, we always go out to Real Madrid, nothing new there. And we didn't get top four. So going from winning the quadruple talk the year before to not even qualifying for the Champions League the season after is nothing but fucking shocking. So where do we lay the blame? Well, I think I've had time to think about it. I had time to address what I think has been the problems. Look, it's easy to blame FSG, which I have done, and I'm still critical of. I think Jurgen Klopp has to take his fair share of the blame, and whoever the fuck is in the transfer team. If you look at our net spend, it's pathetic. So that's FSG's issue. But when we have had money to spend, have we spent it in the right areas? But as I said, losing Luis Diaz was a disaster, and Mane. As I said, Darren Núñez took a while to get started. Took a while to get going, but he has turned into a good player. And I think he's only going to get better. He's young, and South American players usually take a while to get into the league. But I think he will get really good at some point. Salah was very slow for half the season. He turned it on in the back end of the season. But yeah, look, there was loads to be critical of. Obviously now we've signed McAllister. We're going to sign all new midfielders, get a right back in, push Trent into midfield, and hopefully have Diaz back, Jota injury free, Salah to stay, and Núñez to stay. Obviously losing Bobby as well. So there's been a lot of teething problems. Could be argued that we haven't strengthened in the right areas when we were on top, 2019 preferably. All of a sudden we went from a team that looked and was building to something great, turned into a really old team, and very, very quickly. And the top four ended up being City winning everything, Arsenal blowing it, And they bottled it. 9 points ahead with 9 games to go. That was a bottle. I'd be disgusted if I was an Arsenal fan. I think City won it by 8 points and 2 games to go in the end. I think Newcastle had a great season. And Manchester United. Well, if you keep throwing 250 million in a fucking transfer window at things, eventually, with a half-decent manager, and Ten Hag is, then things are going to work out for them. So obviously they got into the Champions League as well. But look, I'm going to be honest. I don't see Newcastle, Arsenal, or United getting out of any of their groups. And I think it'll be Man City flying the flag. And if there is a team to do it, it'll be United. Because I think Arsenal have been out of it for so long. And I also think Newcastle, they'll probably get a hard group because they're not unseeded. So I would expect them to get a really hard group. So, but listen, fair play to them. Eddie Howe's done a great job. As far as Manchester City winning everything, you can't deny how good they've been this season. They got the monkey off their back by winning the Champions League. They did a treble. Anything other than saying well done to them is a little bit sour grapes, if I'm being honest. I love the game, and I love watching the game played at a good speed with good positive tactics. And look, Pep Guardiola plays that football. Have they made 115 financial things? We don't know. It's going to be 5 years before that shit goes to court, and it could be another 5 before they get punished for it. And by that stage, half this team will be retired and Pep will be well gone. So, financial fair play is a load of bullshit. It's only touted by owners who don't have the money that the others have. So what do I see for this season? Look, I don't know. All I know is that every team is getting stronger every season. So we need to spend some money. We need 3 midfielders, a defender, a right back, and someone to replace Bobby. If we get all them, I'd be really, really happy and positive for the season. But I think we have a budget of like 200 million, is what I've was heard, and we've spent 35, going up to 55. So we've only got 150 million left. That's 5 $30 million players, or 50 million or 30 million pound players. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll do reviews throughout, if I'm here, throughout the window and see how things are going in the pre-season and stuff. But I just thought I'd get on and give you my end of review. My Liverpool season player of the season was Alisson. I thought he was the only one who actually performed like we know they can. I think everyone else underperformed all season long, if I'm being truthful. And that goes for Klopp as well. Shout out to our medical team, who are an absolute disgrace. They can't keep players fit, or they have players that are injured and they get them re-injured because they rush them back too fast. That needs to change. But yeah, that's it really. Congratulations to Manchester City. They deserve it. If you win all 3 cups, you deserve it. You can't deny it. Hopefully that gives... I think our owners will get a kick in the arse when they're not in the Champions League, because I know that Super League thing is still going on, and there's no way that they want to be out of that. So they need to get into the Champions League to be part of the conversation. So I expect them to spend money. If they can't, they've done a good job, and they should put it up for sale and let one of the oil companies or oil countries buy them. At this stage, I couldn't give a fuck. I just want to compete. And we're playing against countries now, not against clubs. So either put your hands in your pocket, FSG, or move over and let someone else have a go. That's the reality of where we are. Football is now turned into a game of how much have you got. And whether we like it or not, that's what we're competing against. Anyway, also, lastly, best of luck to Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham. He's an Aussie boy, very well regarded over here. We love Ange, and I wish him all the best. I hate Spurs, but like, Spurs don't do anything to anybody, but I really hope he does well with them. Alright, that's it. See you soon.